god, is this actually working? Oh, yep, okay, we're good. I am so sorry. For the life of me, I'm having so much trouble getting, just sound settings to work in general. But I think I figured out how to stream it this way, so we're gonna try. Oh, I have no sound. Why do I have no sound? Oh, that wasn't it. Okay, hang on. Get everything turned on. I can't hear myself. I don't like that. Am I gonna have to actually... Oh, I can't hear... Oh, the TV's not making any noise. That's why. Oh, there's no... Is there game sound in the stream? Okay, so there's sound. I just can't hear it. No? Oh, wait. I'm so confused. Why is there no sound on my... Okay. Because the thing is, I think this has a delay to it. Yeah, it does. Okay, well there is a way to do it. Hang on. I'm doing 10 million things at once. Maybe I can get the sound this way. That'd be good. No. I lost all sound in my headphones. Did my headphones just break? Let me see. No, they didn't. Okay, well I gotta figure that out. Okay, well we're gonna get started. I'll just be really delayed. Hello. I was able to get this working earlier, and now I have no clue what I'm doing. Oh wait, how do I... No, I have no control over this now? Nope, I can. It just doesn't play... I think I've seen you place this before. Oh, but maybe? This game's been out for like 11 years now. Nope, 12 years now. It is very possible. I love this game. Okay, so I'm down here. Alrighty, so I just finished diagnosing somebody with cardiomyopathy. So I can do either her... Ooh, I can do the first EMT event and do her. Also, I just noticed you're up very late. Boobies.
Maria Torres here. Oh, hey, Chief.
Maria, a fire's broken out on 14th. Get there and hurry.
Why are you calling me? I'm off duty.
Everyone else is out right now. Stop complaining and go.
Ugh, all right, but I better see a bonus next payday. Okay, let's do this. Hell yeah!
Okay, I guess if it's echoing the sound, please let me know. Maps are the best, though. so out of practice. But the first aid missions are pretty fun. Actually, if I don't need my headphones, I'm just gonna turn them off. Because they roll over and break. I need new headphones.
Almost there, just hang on. Good.
Hey, you! Has everybody been rescued?
Who the?
I'm with Resurgam First Care. Tell me what's going on.
A fire broke out in the power facility. It's being contained.
Yes, we should actually get some sleep. Sleep is important.
Damn, that was a big one.
Hey, hey, where you going?
Hey, you okay? What happened?
We had a backdraft. 2 of the people inside were hit by it.
They need immediate treatment. Move them over here if you can.
Okay, fire outbreak at a power distribution facility. Currently spreading. Backup has been requested. The first moments are the most critical.
All right, beginning treatment.
Switch between patients to treat and transform as much as possible. If you do not save enough patients, then you will fail.
Hemorrhaging's pretty bad. I gotta treat that blood pool first.
Point at the tool in the lower right, press A. Hold A, hold over.
Okay, nice. Continuing the treatment. All right, blood pools have been treated. Let's get a look at the abdomen next. There's burns too. I gotta anesthetize him with the antibiotic gel. That's not enough. I need to throw more on.
I didn't stop, but okay.
Okay, spread the gel. Okay, now to saturate. All right, once I tape up the gauze, this treatment should be done. I have to make sure the tape goes straight across. Good. Moving on to the next section.
Not exactly straight.
The burns on his stomach are all treated. Let's take a look at his left arm. Yikes, his arm's in bad shape. I'll have to do some first aid here, too. Vitals are getting low. I should use the syringe to recover them, just in case.
I wish medicine was this easy.
All right, he'll be okay for now. Oh, yeah, there's another wounded person. I should take a look at her, too.
You just forget there's 2 people? Point at the tag, press A to switch.
Whoa, this one's got burns, too? That's bad. Okay, cool. Things are going well. Hang in there, okay? What's with these convulsions? Damn, cardiac arrest. Starting chest compressions.
Oh no! Okay, actually, this is good. Hang on.
That's it. You get back here. The pulse has returned. I'll need to secure an airway. Use a laryngeal mask. I have to put this straight into the respiratory tract without bending it.
Grab and pull it straight down. Okay, but the thing is, it doesn't actually look like it's going in. It's kind of weird. Oh.
He was kind of nervous there. Rescue complete. Treated. Better do a blood transfusion just in case. first to disinfect the area. Have to secure an intravenous path to the canyon. There we go. Now to bandage it in place. Okay, just gotta wrap it around there. Treatment complete. All right, transport this guy out of here. Is that all the wounded taken care of? All right, mission complete.
Yeah. I wonder if I can do like a normal surgery yet. Actually, I might be able to. Ah! One nurse! Gauze not thrown away automatically. That's a thing? Oh, that's right. I'll take a pay though.
Right, I'm on a roll today. All right, that's all the patients.
Hey, you!
Huh? Oh, are you guys done here too?
Who do you think you are, barking out orders like that? Disasters require strict adherence to the chain of command. If you disrupt the team's coordination, you're hurting us.
What did you just say? I was called here because you obviously couldn't handle...
Hey, are you spacing out? Ah, I get it now. You're Maria Torres from Resurga. Yeah, I've heard about you.
Are you spacing out?
Hey,
Continues to
have you
talk.
heard a single word I've been saying? You're not helping. You're a nuisance.
Shut up!
Oh!
Damn right I'll order you around. I'm the best one here. If cooperating is so important to you, then do what I say.
That's one way to
Later,
do it.
asshole.
I love her. Rank up. Okay, at this level. Yeah, I can do CRSO on. Sweet. Because his missions are more like the typical trauma center missions. I like them the best. Well, I can say they're the best. They're the most nostalgic, in a way. But I do enjoy them. They're in my top 3.
Open the door. He wants to talk to the prisoner.
What? The guy with the 250-year sentence? I wasn't informed of this.
Here's my authorization from the HHS. Any problems?
I'm sure he won't say a word. He doesn't remember anything.
It's been a while.
What do you want?
You're needed for an operation, in exchange for a reduced sentence.
You want me to operate?
That's right. Here are the details if you want to see them. Take your time, and think it over. But remember, you'll never have another opportunity to save lives.
Save lives. Again.
Hot Doctor Man. There we go. I'm attempting to do it in somewhat of an order. So as you progress in the story, it mandates you play in a specific order. You have to get to a certain point first.
Get out. This is Resurgam First Care. You'll be operating here. The only time you'll be out of cuffs is during the operation. Remember, this is 5 years off your sentence. Questions?
None. I'm just here to do my business.
Oh, this is windblown hair even though he's inside.
Hey there. Hank Freebird. I'm a doctor here. I'll be your support for this operation. What's your name?
His name doesn't matter. Let's keep the contact minimal. His prison number is CRS-01 if you need to call him anything.
I see. I understand.
Now get started. We'll be waiting here for you.
Also, realistically, what hospital would allow this?
Well then, I'll be explaining the gist of this operation.
I'm told we'll be using an OCVR for a DCM case.
That's right. But, will you be alright?
What do you mean by that?
I heard from the man outside that you have no memories. This isn't just some way to pay a debt. A life's on the line.
You don't need to worry about that. Let's operate.
Dilated cardiomyopathy. After the incision, locate and treat quickly with an overlapping method. I like that they covered his face because they didn't want to show or model the character too hard.
The patient's vitals are low. Get me a syringe. The green medicine is the stabilizer. All right, injecting vitals are recovered. Stabilization complete. Next, we must disinfection complete.
Scalpel.
All right, trace the guideline to make the incision. Incision complete.
It's not that
Starting
straight.
now, the real deal. We need to find the affected areas. Ready the ultrasound.
The affected...
Whoops.
Found it. The yellow vial contains the antiviral drugs. All right, drug's working. Prepare the scalpel for... Affected area has been opened.
Now to treat the myocardium with the overlapping method. First, pull one side of the myocardium across the incision.
Forceps.
All right. I'll need to...
That...
First area has been
How
treated.
is that
All
cool?
going as planned.
The test did confirm multiple affected areas, though.
Don't worry. We'll find them all and treat them.
I like that the treatment for this is just, we're gonna cut into your heart, and, we're gonna cut into your heart so it dilates.
Drugs
Your
working.
heart's weak.
Prepare the scalpel for incision. Affected area has been opened. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages. Next. All right. Next suturing incision. Prepare the...
That's the second area done. Your skills are amazing.
Don't waste my time with your opinions. Let's keep going. That's all. Should be more affected areas. Get the ultrasound out of my way. It's not helping anymore.
What do you mean? Tell me what you're thinking.
It's a simple fact. The ultrasound can't find everything. Let's palpate the organ directly to find it.
Try holding your hand there for a little while longer.
Don't mind me while I inject this medicine directly into your heart.
I've found an abnormal area. Injecting the drug. There it is. Prepare a scalpel. Making an incision. The affected area has been opened. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages again. Next. Alright. Next suturing incision. Suture complete. Moving on to the next area.
How is that cool? Oh, still going?
I've found an abnormal area. Injecting the drug. I've found an infected area. Beginning incision. The affected area has been opened. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages. Next. Alright. Next suturing incision. Prepare the sutures. Suture complete. Moving on to the next area. I've found an abnormal area. Injecting the drug.
You need to inject it into the shadow to have an effect.
There was no shadow!
Affected area has been opened. Using the drink. Let's close the wound. Next. Alright. Next suturing incision. Okay. That should finish the treatment procedure. Now, let's close them up. Beginning the incision suturing.
Once we're done here, the operation will be over.
Get the antibiotic gel ready to cleanse the sutured wound. Alright, let's bandage up the incision now. Operation complete. Let this disease pass from this wound.
Hey look, no scarring.
Impressive. Never thought I'd see surgery like that.
Is that a mess? Yeah.
You have an amazing skill. I have to thank you for this.
Your sentiment doesn't matter. I don't need thanks.
Is that so? I think it's important to show gratitude.
Looks like it worked. But I wonder if it's all right to use a procedure that's so outdated.
That was a fine operation, Doctor. Thank
Who
you.
is he anyway? Ooh, is he a famous
I
doctor?
didn't do anything worth being thanked over.
How should I know? He does have some
I
powers.
see.
Back to the refrigerator.
Doctor, huh?
You know what? I don't know if he actually finished medical school. I don't remember. Whoops. Wake up. Alright, let's see. What else can I do? Ooh, I should do her next, I guess. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do her next because hers are a little shorter. Attempt to do them in order.
Today was exhausting. I don't think I've ever laughed so much.
You have indeed changed, Lady Tomoe.
What's that?
Have you not noticed? When you are with them, you laugh a great deal more. You seem a different person from the one you were in Koga.
Yes, you may be correct. When I'm with them, I feel happiness. Living and fighting to share the joy of life with friends. I never felt this way when I lived within the clan.
Who's there?
Stand aside. We have been sent to call on Lady Tomoe.
You underestimate me. By your leave, milady.
Milady?
Hanzo, wait a moment. What is your business with me? Speak now.
Master Yoshikage has fallen ill. He asks for you to return.
My father?
Lady Tomoe, this may be a trick. You must be careful.
This is no ruse. In 7 days, the clan elders will gather. The future of the clan will be decided. Lady Tomoe must go.
I see. However, I have issues I must attend to here. I will leave for Japan once my affairs are in order.
Please excuse me, but there is no time. You must...
I am a doctor. No child of Tachibana abandons her duty.
As you wish.
I feel like they didn't have to go through all
Lady
that just to
Tomoe,
talk to
are
her.
you certain about this?
Turning one's back on destiny is against the path of honor. I'm going to bed. I feel things will be getting busy soon.
This is why treating only part of the area may not be enough. Dr. Tachibana, is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I'll continue with the conference, but are you sure?
Oh, yes, pardon me.
Treatment of polyps in the large intestine. It's possible they have spread elsewhere as well.
Let's begin the operation. Our goal is to remove polyps, correct?
The polyps are formed mainly in the small and large intestines. The large intestine is wider, but there should still be peristaltic motion. It will try to push the endoscope back, so it may be somewhat difficult to proceed.
There's a polyp. Let's get the snare into position. The snare is...
The polyp's been excised. The area may hemorrhage, so please be careful.
Excision complete. Let's treat the other polyps as well.
Did I miss one?
It's an ulcer. Let's inject it with medicine. It seems there are no more areas to treat here. Let's move on. The digester track's becoming active.
It won't be a problem. I'm going to continue. We're through the area with peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
Affected areas can be seen. Let's begin treatment. A blood pool is formed. Use the drain on it.
We've treated all we could see. Let's look around for any hidden problems. All the polyps in the large intestine have been treated.
Dr. Tachibana, you seem rather tired. Perhaps we should halt the procedure and have someone else take over?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. What am I doing? The small intestine needs to be treated next, correct? I need to get a grip and continue. This is the ileocecal valve. We must quickly pass through the valve. Let's continue. The passage is narrow. The intestinal walls here are thinner than in the large intestine. We must be careful. Let's make sure not to make contact with the walls as we proceed.
God, I'm just struggling to get around. There's the roller coaster. Okay. Stop dying.
There's a polyp buried within the inner wall. Let's cause it to protuberate by injecting medicine, then excise it using the snare.
The affected area has risen. Let's begin treating it with the snare. There's a hemorrhaging area. Please perform hemostasis on it. It seems there are no more areas to treat here. Let's move on.
We're through the area with peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
Oh my god.
There's so many of them. Dr. Tachibana, will you be all right?
They won't be any problem at all. The small intestine has many twists and turns. We'll have to take care to avoid the walls.
There's one more spot.
We're done treating this area. Let's move to the next place. peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
This polyp.
It's become malignant and turned into a tumor. I'm glad we were able to find it. Beginning excision.
Removing tumors is similar to dealing with polyps. Inject medicine into the area until it protuberates, then excise it. After that, we can remove it.
I'm going to excise along the markers. I'll need the scalpel. It's mostly detached now. Let's excise the remainder using the snare. Hemorrhaging has occurred. Let's perform hemostasis.
Doctor, please come down and retrieve it.
The excised area has begun hemorrhaging. I'll use the hemostatic vortex.
I like the wet squish noise it makes.
Let's make incisions along the guidelines of the scalpel to excise the tumor in multiple phases. It's mostly detached now. Let's excise the remainder using the snare.
The affected area has risen. Let's begin treating it with the snare. That completes this operation. We had some unexpected surprises, didn't we?
Indeed. I'm glad we were able to safely perform the treatment, though.
Dr. Tachibana, are you really all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Never pushed back to beginning? That could be a thing. What can I do to get his...
The operation was successful thanks to you, Doctor.
Yes, I'm glad the patient is safe. I just hope the recovery goes smoothly.
Indeed. We only truly succeed when the patient resumes a normal life.
Well, I'm done here. Hanzo, did you notify the chief?
I told her that you will be taking some time off. However, I doubt we will be able to return that easily.
I see. Thank you.
Oh, Tomoe.
Chief.
What's the matter? It's not like you to suddenly take leave.
I'm going to go back home for a short while.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's all get dinner when you're back. I found this amazing Italian place. It's great.
She's obsessed with Italian food.
Yes.
Oh, you don't like pasta?
Oh, no. I'd love to go.
That's the spirit. Have a safe trip then. See you later.
Lady Tomoe, are you sure?
Hanzo, there is nothing more to discuss. When I came to this country, I thought I had found freedom. And yet, all of it was merely the illusion of freedom. My house, my clothes, even you, faithfully serving me. I only have these things because of my Tachibana name. For my entire life, I've merely been a puppet of my family.
Lady Tomoe.
Let's be on our way. Hanzo, ready the helicopter.
You're gonna fly to Japan in a helicopter?
As you wish.
Yeah, I guess it is her turn. Okay. Okay, let's do this.
Dr. Kimishima, the corpse is already here. Are you done?
Calm down, little guy. I said I'd leave in 10 minutes. It's only been 7.
Yes, but headquarters is telling me to hurry.
All right, I'll be right there. Goodbye.
Doctor, wait.
You shouldn't be allowed here. Do you need something?
Kitty doesn't seem well. Can you fix her, please?
A cat? Why are you asking me?
Because you're a doctor, miss.
Hand it over. Looks like she swallowed something. She'll be fine.
Really?
It's common for cats to swallow foreign objects. Still, wait here for a moment.
Okay. Thank you, miss.
Security's not that.
Thanks, huh? Right. Sorry I'm late. Is everything ready?
Dr. Kimishima, you're really late. Huh?
What are you looking at?
Oh, what happened to your hands?
A cat did it.
A cat? I never figured you for a cat person.
Little guy.
Be quiet. I thought you were in a rush here. Are we ready?
Right. I'll get ready now.
Always keep your phone on vibrate. See, I remember like the first few cases really well. I don't remember her cases all that well because they're so long.
I see. So you were cut short too.
I do remember she was sick though.
All right. I'll reel in the thread of truth.
I think. I mean, she did say it hurts. So either she got into an accident or she was sick. I don't remember.
Explain the situation to me one more time, little guy.
Right. A skeletonized corpse was found in a river 50 kilometers out of the city. We don't know who it is, but evidence suggests it's female. A homeless man out walking his dog reported finding it. The preliminary cause of death is being ruled as a drowning.
Like you said, the body is completely skeletonized. We won't be able to ID her until we reform her skeleton.
I also have records from the questioning of the body's finder.
Huh, I'm impressed. For you, that's a brilliant move.
Please, that's not much of a compliment. I'll leave the recorder here. Check it when you need to.
Good. Let's begin. Show me how life's thread was severed.
Human bones found at the riverbed reported by homeless men walking his dog. Bones recovered by police. It is amazing how much you can find out through the technology that we have now, like how you can reconstruct things. The corpse is in the evidence room and the recorder has the testimony of the man who found the body. Let's begin the autopsy. I'm going to check the body first.
Dr. Kimishima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Why are you calling for me on the intercom?
Well, it's about the corpse.
Huh. I do have the corpse here, in a bag. Is this some kind of joke?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, that was the most reliable way to get it to you. The skeleton had fallen apart, so I had them transported like this.
Huh, I see. So what am I supposed to do with it?
Please work on putting it back together. I'll start with the body. So can you please start restoring the skull, Doctor?
All right, I'll take care of that.
Thank you. Let me know when you start on it. When you do, I'll come pick up the rest.
Select the body bag to begin reconstructing the skull. I don't like puzzles, though. Oh, these actually aren't that hard. Assemble the shattered pieces back together to reconstruct it. A and B. Now I can rotate that. Oh. Okay. You know what? I just got this. There we go. I've completed reconstruction of the front. Now let's move on to the right side. Yep. Back section. And the left side. There's the jaw.
It's done. Let's take a look. Looking at this skull, I'd place the victim's age in the early 20s. That's rather young. The bone structure suggests a high probability that the victim is female.
Oh. That's what they said, so... They weren't wrong.
I might find something out if I have the FBI analyze it indeed.
How's it going over there, Dr. Kimishima? I'm done with the body here.
Great timing. I just finished myself.
All right, I'll put the skull back with the rest of the skeleton.
Once that's done, let's begin investigating the corpse.
The corpse cannot be examined. Alright. Now to begin examining the body.
This. The femurs of both legs have been fractured.
I didn't see the other leg.
The femur is the hardest bone in the human body. It would have taken a massive amount of power to break both of them at once.
Is her hand broken? Let's see this. No. That's good. His hand broken.
What's this? The bone's discolored? I've never seen anything like this before. I'll need a more detailed look at it.
Alright, that's everything. Oh, very dirty. Oh, she's tire tracks.
These are tire marks. So was the victim run over by a car? Huh. That doesn't make sense, though, because the victim was...
found near a river.
That's right. The corpse was found at a river. There may be some exceptions, but you usually don't find cars driving in a river.
Not normally. That's just deterioration. It's decay. She's got blood all over the front.
This. It's a bloodstain. However, it doesn't appear to have originated from a hemorrhaging injury. That's because...
there's no apparent damage? But her shirt's open, so... oh, but... yeah.
Yes. If this blood is from external injuries, then the clothing would be damaged as well. However, the clothes have no such marks. Could she have been hemorrhaging from some other reason?
But if you look, like the... so if her neck got slit or something right there... I don't know. Oh wait, no, there's something else I have to look at. Her necklace was gone. Yeah, I know. Forgot something.
This is the necklace the victim was wearing. Is this stone agate? It's shattered in half. How much force would it take for this stone to break like this? In any case, this is unusual for a corpse that's supposedly drowned in a river.
Okay, and then I have the witness testimony that I need to go listen to. Maybe the sensor, but I think it's actually messing me up more.
Get me some of that Mooper's chicken, huh? Oh, this juicy fat drips out when you take a bite. Tasty. Huh? Sammy, just a dog? He's my best friend in the whole world. Don't be stupid. You want to know how I found that body? It's all thanks to Sam, you know? Yeah. See, we were walking down by the river when old Sam, he suddenly runs off, and he comes back with a bone in his mouth. I took a better look. And he comes back with a bone in his mouth. I took a better look, and damn, it hit the lady's arm. Skin scared the hell out of me, you know? So I went and called the cops. Huh? I ain't going near no dead body, that's just creepy. Oh, hey, if she was missing, was there any reward for finding her? I mean, dead or alive, right?
Little guy, that man who found the corpse might be telling us one hell of a lie.
What do you mean?
In his testimony, he claims that he never saw the corpse, correct?
Yes.
Yet there is something he said that he couldn't have known unless he had seen the corpse previously.
There was? Wait, what was it?
Do I really have to point it out to you?
It's a lady.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and he comes back with a bone.
He said that his dog had brought back an arm bone. Even for a forensic scientist, it would be difficult to determine the sex from just that. That means that the man who found the corpse is...
He's lying. Had supernatural powers. And he saw the corpse. He doesn't want to be accused for the crime, that's why.
He must have seen the corpse in person. He then made an assumption of the corpse's gender based on the remaining articles of clothing.
Did you just assume their gender? Okay, now let's go talk to the little guy. Because that have been analyzed.
Hey, little guy, I'd like to get your opinion on something.
Me? Oh, I didn't think you'd ever ask me to...
Enough chit-chat. I'm transferring some data over to you.
Oh, okay. What is this? Can you wait a moment? I'll compare it with the database here. It's as I thought. No matches. I've never seen this before. Not even at the place I used to work.
Huh. So does that mean you don't know the first thing about it?
I'm sorry, but that's correct.
Fine. At least I know now that there isn't any information.
And then... I think... Okay.
Hey, little guy, can you do me a favor and get a bone analysis?
Yes, of course. Is it to identify the body?
That's right. Start with dental records.
I'll get right on that. I'll let you know when the results come in.
Yes, please do. All right, then.
Clothes weren't damaged. Oh, and... Really? Okay, well these guys...
The fractures on both legs match the locations of the tire marks left on the clothing. That means these fractures were...
This shows that the legs are run over. Legs were run over.
That's right. These fractures in the legs appeared when she was run over by a car. How then did these marks appear on a corpse found in the river? This is a new mystery. All right, little guy. Let's look at the information in detail.
Sure, but why would he lie?
A good question. Here's one possible explanation. He didn't want the authorities to know that he had been at the scene.
But it's not a crime to discover a dead body.
No, but you're the first one accused.
Why would he try to hide that?
The most likely reason why he didn't want it to be known is...
He tampered with the scene.
Indeed, because he tampered with the scene. It's likely that he did something that would get him in trouble if it was discovered.
Oh, I see. That would explain his behavior.
The question is, what did he do? Little guy? Go interrogate him once more.
Trust me. I'll make sure he doesn't hold anything back from me this time. Shima, good timing. There's something I need to tell you.
I'm listening. What is it?
The team that collected the corpse has turned in an investigation report. It seems that a type of tick was found in the ground where the corpse is located.
Ticks?
Yes, depending on the season and environment, various insects are attracted to corpses. They normally leave once the body's been reduced to the bone, but some ticks burrow underground and remain there for a while afterwards.
True. They'll leave eventually as well, but perhaps the ticks could tell us something.
The insects found in the ground tell us where the victim died? Yep. Time of death. Tells us that.
Right. We could use the ticks to determine how long the corpse had been there.
Amazing, Doctor. I didn't think you'd know about that.
So, was a time of death calculated?
Yes, it seems to have only been about a month ago. That's not too long, biologically speaking.
A month? True, that is rather fast for a corpse to have been skeletonized. All right. Thank you, little guy.
Now turn the computer and get sorted. Yet. And begin sorting through what I've discovered so far. What caused this? You can't analyze that? Oh. Really? Oh. You can sort it, but I can't combine anything, can I? This relates to the accident. What caused this? Death. Little guy, I'm stuck. Okay, let's go walk around. Okay. So... the fractures... I looked at the discoloration. Wait, are her ribs broken? Oh, her finger's broken.
Oh, the little finger appears to be fractured here. What caused this bone to break?
That should... Okay. I missed the finger fracture. I think I can have him analyze that, though. Alright, little guy.
That's all the information we can obtain from the corpse and other articles up to this point.
So, Dr. Kimishima, is the cause of death drowning after all?
No, there's a good possibility that the cause of death was something else. The damage to the skeleton is too severe for drowning to have been the cause. Her skull itself was...
shattered.
Yes, it was completely shattered. Even if animals had damaged the bones, they wouldn't have done that. Her skull was shattered by an extremely strong impact of some sort.
A strong impact to the head. That isn't consistent with a drowning.
There's more to it than that, though. During the autopsy, the corpse's femurs were...
Both femurs were broken.
Right. The femur is supposed to be the most durable bone in the human skeletal system. However, both her femurs were completely fractured. This also suggests that some kind of powerful impact had occurred.
I see. Also, in the area where the corpse had been found, the water level was low, and there are no waterfalls, rapids, or records of floods. There's nothing in the river itself that would cause such damage to the corpse.
Yes, but that's all we know for now. It's risky for us to assume anything beyond that. Little guy, get approval from HQ. I'm heading out to the actual location.
Wait, are you going down to the river?
No, she didn't die in the river. The evidence we have suggests the actual place of death was...
a road. Considering the fact that there was evidence of an auto accident on the corpse, the place where the victim really died was right about here.
Right. This location is the most likely place.
Understood. I'll make arrangements for us to go right away.
Yes, please do so. Now, let's head out.
Here, I can travel. Let's go. Okay, let's begin examining the scene. For one, there's the other half of the necklace.
This piece of stone isn't a natural shape. Somebody had to work on this. I feel like I've seen something similar recently. Long skid marks and signs of a collision. What do these tell us?
There was an accident. A car accident took place here. This is a racetrack.
Yes, it's apparent that a car accident happened here.
I found all the information I can for now. Are you sure? I wanna, like... I can just it. I literally just went to go find a broken stone and a... Okay. I just feel like that's a little bit of a waste of a trip out of the office, but whatever. Okay, well, one... Those
That's correct. The two shards fit perfectly. That clears something up for us now, and that is...
The stone was broken. The victim was on the bridge.
Yes, the victim was on the bridge where the accident occurred. There's no conclusive evidence of how she died yet, but this may be a clue.
Okay. I suppose you're right, there's no particular need to have it analyzed right now, but right now... There's indications. Where's her clothes?
Little guy, does this information tell us anything?
Give me a moment. Let's see here. Blue paint thought to have come from a vehicle was found on the area of the collision along the guardrail. We're investigating what kind of vehicle it's from, but that could take some time.
So this means that a blue vehicle ran into the guardrail here. Any other details?
Well, we can use the skid marks to determine how many tires the vehicle had. It seems this vehicle had 2 wheels on the front axle. Behind that, there were 2 more axles, both with 2 tires on each side.
That means there were 10 tires total. Judging from the number and positions of the tires, it must be
a large truck.
Yes. The pairs of tires are for dispersing the weight of the load it's carrying. Thus, this vehicle is designed for transporting heavy shipments.
I see. I'll get in touch with the investigators about this.
Please do. Hopefully they can use this to find other things.
That actually helps them to narrow down what kind of vehicle, because now you just look for a large blue truck in for repairs.
There's no doubt that the victim had been run over in this case. If the victim had been killed in this accident, how long ago did the accident take place?
Did I say a month ago? I don't remember. Okay.
Right. The victim died about a month ago. If the victim did die from the accident itself would have taken place a month ago as well. Yes. There's evidence that the victim had been on the bridge when the accident took place. There's evidence of having been in a car accident on the victim's body and clothing. That evidence is...
fractures and tire marks.
Yes, that's right. Taking these 2 facts into account, it's quite likely that the victim was in an accident at that place.
Dr. Kimishima, we've identified who the body was.
Great. Was there a hit in the dental records?
That's right. The victim here is Veronica Cage. She was 23 years old. It seems she was living with her parents 8 kilometers from where the accident took place.
I see. We're making progress. Has the family been notified?
Yes, that's been done. There was something odd about it, though.
Huh, what's that?
The parents hadn't submitted a missing persons report, though their daughter had been gone for a month.
You must have had a happy childhood, little guy. Every family has its own problems.
We questioned them just in case. The interviews were recorded. If you need to listen to them, check the voice recorder.
Huh, all right. Anything?
Oh, one more thing. About the man who discovered the body. Like you thought, it looks like he tampered with the crime scene. We interrogated him again, and he's currently being detained. You can use the recorder to listen to that interview as well.
All right. I want to know what he'd been doing there.
Probably looking for stuff to sell. I think I can combine this with details of what happened.
Right. Since we now know who she is, this information should be consolidated. 23 years old. She must never have imagined that she would die so young. I don't sympathize with you, but I'll do my best, for your sake.
I'm an old lady. Oh, since he's not analyzing anything anymore, can you analyze his fracture? No? You're not doing anything! Okay. What did you do?
Sorry. I was, just looking around. And, then, we found that woman's, his bones near the riverbed. Yeah. Sam was leading the way, and we found found that dead body? Huh? Well, I saw the underwear. I mean, it's not that hard to tell the difference. Yeah, the necklace was correct. Yeah. I looked around for a while, but I only found one of them. And who's gonna buy one earrings? I can't even sell it. Yeah, you can have it. It's worthless junk. Anyway, I called the cops after that. I thought I might pick myself up a sweet little reward, huh? Yeah, there is gonna be a reward, right? How much? Huh? No reward? Obstruction of justice? Hell, finding that stupid body's brought me nothing but trouble. No cash, and now I'm getting sent to the can. Well, at least they feed you there.
I was about to say, you'll get fed. Okay.
I hate to say this when I know you're doing your best to help, but I've always known that something like this would happen. But I've always known. Yes, we expected it. That's why we didn't request a cert. I mean, sometimes the machine's just too broken to be repaired. Isn't that right? What, this injury? I fell down while taking a walk. It's embarrassing. Getting old is misery. Anyway, we'd like to go home as soon as we can. My wife isn't in the best of health. I have a bad back, too. It hurts more and more the longer I sit here.
Yes, I'm all right. I suppose that I'd been expecting this to happen one day. My daughter, she was a kind girl, but ever since she dropped out of high school, well, she lost most of her friends and was practically alone in the world. At some point, she started going out almost every night. Sometimes she didn't come home for an entire month. We thought that's what happened this time, too. Oh, this... Oh. Yes, my husband and I are both getting rather old.
It seems that the victim's relationship with her family wasn't going well.
Dropping out of high school, going out every night? Sounds like a typical delinquent.
That's not the best way to describe it, but I can't say she was well behaved.
Yeah, did the parents' testimonies tell you anything else?
There's something that bothered me more than just what they said. What caught my attention about the father was...
He just didn't care. Oh, it's in my blanket. I'm trying to reorganize and readjust, I guess is the better word. I'm sitting slightly under a fan, so it's a little cold. It's too warm to put on more clothes. Blankets are the best. This.
It wasn't major, but there was some injury to his face. And in the mother's testimony, my attention was caught by...
She also had a face injury.
Yes, she had some signs of severe bruising as well.
But they both said that they'd gotten hurt by falling down.
That's how abuse victims will hide stuff.
Huh. You're not paying attention. Take a closer look at both of them. They both have multiple injuries, but each injury is in a different state of healing. This means that...
they were hurt repeatedly.
Right. How many people do you know who fall down several times a week?
And they're also like, I'm clumsy and I don't do that.
I see. You have a point there. Then why were these two...
I don't know yet. But they must have a reason for hiding the cause of their injuries.
Okay. I'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah. Would they though? I should analyze the corpse again. You won't analyze that. talk to the corpse. I need to go look at the corpse again. Seems like there's any more information. You just said I need to go look at the body again. Don't lie to me. What about this? No more... Nothing? Okay. No searching clothes in a void. Talk to you. Still investigating. I should analyze the corpse once more. Oh. Okay, well, now I'm gonna see. Just look into it!
I see. I understand now. He claimed that he hadn't seen the corpse to hide the fact that he stole one of her earrings. This man deserves a severe punishment. I should tell the little guy about it.
Okay. Progress. Sometimes I just, like, shove stuff at little guy if I ever get stuck. But... Oh my goodness, okay. Disgusting.
Huh, yes. These two facts do tell us something. It's more than that the person who had found the corpse stole something. There's one more important fact involved with this case.
Oops. The information at hand indicates that the victim is missing an earring. Was totally styling.
Yes, only one of the victim's earrings was at the scene. Either it came off somewhere, or she was only wearing one all along. Where could the other earring have gone?
Now I'm stuck. Thank you.
Dr. Kimishima, we've identified the vehicle from the accident.
Good. That's rather quick. For you guys.
Hey, come on. We're a national government agency. We'll have the recording from the driver's interview later. He pretty much admits to what we suspected had happened. So, case closed?
Easy there. It's too early to relax yet.
What do you mean? I mean the culprits.
Do you think that just catching the truck driver will solve this case?
Doesn't it?
A 23-year-old woman was walking alone in the mountains 8 kilometers from home. You think she was just walking the dog?
Okay, that does sound odd. So the investigation's not over yet.
Indeed. Go look into the parents' hospital records. From the size of those bruises, they would have needed to be treated at a hospital.
Got it. What will you be doing, Dr. Kimishima?
I'm going to investigate the victim's house. Keep the parents in custody until I'm done.
Right. I'll tell the ones in charge right now.
Victim's room. Due to the witness testimony, the car time of accident has been removed. Okay. I can choose where to go.
These pieces of glass seem to have come from a mirror. Let's see.
There it is.
Ah, the mirror on the dresser's been broken. I wonder what happened to it. broken glass? It seems to have come from the mirror on the dresser. A reaction to the luminol. It seems there's something here that isn't part of the broken mirror. This. It's the same earring that the man who had found the body had stolen. But what would this be doing here?
It was hidden behind the mirror. It was flipped up with the glass. It's from the mirror universe.
Indeed. All the shattered glass was neatly placed in one area. That means that someone had cleaned up the glass shards. They must have swept up the earring along with the glass. If that's the case, was the earring with the glass pieces when the mirror was broken? In any case, since it reacted with the spray, there must be blood on this earring. I'll need to have the little guy analyze it and see if it tells us anything. It's an ordinary package of breath mints. You can get them anywhere. Still. Just as I thought. These aren't mints in here. These markings seem to indicate that this medication was produced for a pharmacy. I might be able to ask the little guy to find out just what it is.
Little guy, do stuff for me.
Dr. Kimishima, we've received the interview with the truck driver from the accident.
Huh, all right. How did he seem?
It's easy to sympathize with him. Sounds like a case of wrong time, wrong place.
I see. All right, I'll check the recorder.
Please do. I'll transfer it over to you.
I need to pay careful attention to his account of what happened before and after the accident. What Veronica was doing prior to being hit. And what the driver did afterwards. That's what I should be sure to listen for.
It's also interesting that depending on what you do in reaction to an accident like that, could dictate what your crime per se is. Because it's like, oh, I slammed on brakes, but there's nothing I could do, and then I called 911. It's like, okay, you're fine. It's like, oh, I slammed on brakes, and then I hit them, and there's nothing I could do, so I left. And then, oh no, then you're horrible. Oh, good lord. Okay. Before the accident.
What do you want? I didn't do anything. I don't know. A woman. That woman. It's not my fault. I was supposed to drive a shipment to a nearby town. Damn it, they forced me to do it. Why the hell would someone be sleeping? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I turned a corner and she was lying on the bridge.
She was sleeping on the bridge? This seems a little odd. If this man was telling the truth, then the victim had already collapsed there from the start. It doesn't seem like he was lying, but what in the world does this mean?
Get all the cards along here. Afterwards.
It stopped. I turned. I slammed on the brakes, but I wasn't fast enough, and I ran all over. I got out of the truck to see. I panicked, and
He threw the victim's body over the bridge.
And then that's what makes him a criminal.
This means that the victim wasn't knocked off the bridge by being struck by a vehicle.
driver of the victims already lying on the road before he had the accident.
Yes, both these facts relate to the victim. If I were to sum up the driver's account prior to the accident, the victim was... Right. The victim had already been collapsed on the road. And after he ran her over, the driver...
threw her body off the bridge.
Yes. He threw the victim over the bridge. Little guy, what's the FBI's opinion about this?
He's already admitted to killing her. Why would he lie about that?
Indeed. His account coincides with the evidence I had found as well.
What evidence?
Well, if she had been standing when she was hit by the truck, the fractures to her bones would have indicated a strong impact from one certain direction. In this case, nothing of that sort was observed.
I see. What about the shattered skull, then?
How tall is that bridge?
The skull fractures are consistent with a strong impact to the top of the head. It would be unnatural for it to have been due to a car accident. Considering what happened to the victim, it can be deduced that something else caused that fracture. That is...
she was thrown off the bridge. Because if she landed head first, which makes sense, that would shatter her skull from a specific
yes.
distance.
If she was unconscious when she fell from the bridge, the fracture due to an impact to the top of the skull is understandable.
I see. You're right, that does make more sense.
Yes. However, that raises questions about the victim herself. Why in the world was this woman so far from home? And why would she be lying in the middle of a bridge in the mountains at that time of night?
That's a valid point. I guess there are still some mysteries left unsolved here.
Indeed. We'll have to continue investigating in more detail.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, we were able to look into the parents' injuries.
Good job. What did you find?
Yes, there were records that the parents had been going to a hospital, like you said. Let's see, it looks like they'd started being frequent visitors to the hospital 2 months ago.
How many times is frequent?
Oh, we didn't check every detail, but it was several times, ending about a month ago. The hospital staff seemed worried, since many of the injuries seemed to be signs of abuse.
Did they tell the doctors who had been physically assaulting them?
No, they didn't. However, some of their injuries were quite severe. The mother seemed to have suffered some visual impediments due to a wound on her eye.
I see. Further investigation is required to determine who had been abusing them. Hey, little guy. I need you to analyze this medication.
Yes, of course. Did you find it in the victim's room?
That's right. It looks like it's prescribed medication. But what is it?
Who knows? It's definitely no common over-the-counter drug. I'd suspect that this would have to be prescribed by a doctor before someone can buy it.
I see, that makes sense. This could mean that the victim had attended a hospital. Was the victim suffering from some kind of injury or disease? If our analysis continues, we may find something out.
Okay. Put this prescription. What is it? Can you find the hospital where it was written? Find out what medication it's for. And have a contact. I also need him to...
Hey, little guy. I need you to analyze something.
Sure, send it over to me. I see. There's blood on it. The DNA matches the victim as well. Also, this metal fitting seems warped. Could it be worn out from use?
That doesn't seem to be the case. Look again at the bloodstain.
The bloodstain?
It's not on the ornament. It's on the needle part that goes through the ear. If there's blood there that matches the victim, then the earring was...
The earring was torn out.
If that's the case, the damage to the fitting makes sense. But what could happen that would cause an earring to be torn off?
I don't know yet. Still, there must be some connection to everything else here. I think this information may lead us to some more concrete evidence. True. Both of these facts relate to the earrings. The victim was discovered with only one of these earrings, and the other one was discovered in her room with her blood on it. Normally, if someone had an earring torn off to the point that it caused bleeding, they would have to realize that something was wrong. Still, the victim was on a bridge 8 kilometers away from her home. What this shows is that...
Also, if she hadn't been home in a month, she was taken by force. She was, the reason Veronica went to the bridge after having an earring torn out at home was because she left it behind on purpose. Nope.
Concentrate.
The reason she went to the bridge after having an earring torn out at home was because she didn't know the time she forgot about it. She was taken by force? Okay.
That's right. She didn't leave this room by her own will. She was probably forced out of here by someone else. That could explain how one of the earrings was left in the room. But why would whoever abducted her leave her on a bridge 8 kilometers away? I feel like there's a lot of truth that remains to be uncovered.
Dr. Kimishima, the results of the analysis on the corpse have come back.
Good. Did they find anything new?
It looks that way. The report indicates that the fractures to the femurs and skull, they were all posthumous injuries.
So these wounds were inflicted after she died?
Yes, that's what the report says.
Oh. So she was already dead when she got run over? Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Kimishima, about that prescription.
Did you find something out?
Yes, we found which hospital the victim had been going to and requested her charts. It says Veronica had been to the hospital a month prior to her death. Her symptoms were migraines, visual and auditory hallucinations, mood swings, and aggression. It also says she was vomiting blood and had convulsions, along with hemoptysis.
Convulsions? Vomiting blood?
Yes, that's what it says. The doctors urged her to have more detailed examinations, but it seems that she had no intention of listening to them. In the end, she left the hospital and whatever disease she had went unconfirmed.
If only her doctor had forced her to be hospitalized.
That's just how things are these days. People don't really get concerned about strangers.
Let's continue with the investigation. Sorry for being emotional just now. In any case, we don't know what disease she had. Judging from her symptoms, it was something severe.
I agree. If we find anything out, I'll be sure to let you know immediately.
You do that. It may give us another hint in solving this case.
So what's the medicine? Victim's charts. Pretty sure these get combined. Going to a hospital a month before she died. Anyone else?
True. These two do share a common link. The victim's hospital records say she'd been at the hospital since... Yes, 2 months ago. For the month before her death, she'd been treated at the hospital. Now, the parents' hospital records say they'd been visiting the hospital since...
2 months ago?
Yes. They also started visiting the hospital 2 months ago. Veronica was going for migraines, hallucinations, mood swings, and vomiting blood. And her parents were going after suffering frequent injuries. A month before the victim was found dead, the parents suddenly stopped having these injuries. An unpleasant coincidence, to be sure. I hope there's no connection here.
Bizarre coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence.
The victim's femurs were fractured in the accident with the truck. Her skull was shattered when her body was dropped from the bridge, We've confirmed that both those injuries occurred after death.
Probably got away for tampering evidence or something.
From those facts, it's clear that when the victim was on the bridge,
already dead.
yes, even if she hadn't been run over by the truck, she was already dead. That means that the driver was telling the truth in his interrogation.
Then does that mean that she was kidnapped from her room, murdered, and then had her corpse dumped on that bridge?
I don't know that just yet. We'll need to investigate a little more.
The fact that these earrings were torn from her purse, the victim wasn't in control. Oh, that's evidence. Now can you
do
analyze
something
this?
for me, little guy? I need this bone analyzed in detail.
Oh, sure. What do you mean by in detail, though?
I just need to know if this fracture occurred before or after death.
This must have happened while she was still alive. Take a look at this area here. You can see where it started healing.
Great. I thought as much. All right, thank you. There's no knowing yet if this has anything to do with this case. But I do know now that this fracture occurred while she was still alive.
Yes, this does. Nope, does not. Something similar about this. Oh, he's good.
Yes, we can put these two facts together. According to the chart from the hospital, the victim's condition caused her to vomit blood. If she had continued to vomit blood after her hospital visit, that would explain the bloodstains on her clothing.
So you can also check for traces of saliva.
Yes. Thus, these bloodstains were caused by the blood that she had vomited.
I recall a focus on the body.
We can deduce the victim's physical state from this information. First, the pathological changes. There's no knowing what disease she had. However, if this discoloration of the bones shows the existence of a focus, it's safe to assume that whatever disease she was suffering from was in an advanced state.
Yeah, it was.
The massive bloodstains on her clothes came from her vomiting blood. There aren't many conditions that cause that much hemorrhaging. From these 2 points alone, I conclude that she was already in terminal condition. Even if she hadn't been killed, she was already on the brink of death.
I see. I feel sorry for her. But if that's the case, then why?
Why was she kidnapped? I still have my doubts about that, actually. Did the murderer kidnap her? Or did that even happen?
Yeah, you're assuming she was kidnapped.
What do you mean?
Whatever the case, she was definitely taken from her home before she died. The question now is what happened between the time she was taken until the car accident.
Right, I follow you.
Once we know that, we should finally be able to see the real truth behind this case. Little guy, I'm going to check the victim's room one more time.
I thought you might want to, so I have a new tool ready for you.
Someone's prepared. And what kind of present do you have for me?
It's not the most appropriate gift for a lady, but it's aluminum powder for finding fingerprints. There are some useful additions to the mixture.
Ah, great. I'm impressed.
I'm glad you like it. Spread the powder anywhere that looks suspicious and shine your investigation light on it.
And that'll make any fingerprints stand out? All right, I'll give it a try.
Good luck.
Aluminum powder. She has been close to death. And a lot of things to do. So, let's go check her house. Aluminum powder is useful for examining crime scenes. Don't spread the powder, then shine a light on it. Oh my god.
So many. These are all the same fingerprints. It's likely they belong to the victim. Now, why would she leave so many fingerprints on the floor?
She's crawling. Wearing hand-shaped shoes. Pushing off the walls. All of those are funny.
Yes, she was probably crawling on the floor to move around. The prints indicate she was heading towards... The prints on the floor lead to the room's entrance. They're even under the mat. What's underneath the mat? Nothing. What could this mean? Just as I thought. These are bloodstains. They must be Veronica's. Considering the facts so far, these bloodstains must have been caused by...
Probably her... yeah.
Yes. Veronica's clothing was covered in blood that she had vomited. The amount of blood here is more than would be a fatal loss in most people. But there's something odd about these bloodstains. Blood is a liquid. It should be evenly spread across the floor. If there was one reason for the bloodstains to be shaped like this, it would have to be...
the door was closed. Even then, most doors aren't like tight on the ground. They have to still be able to swing, so it should go under the door.
This door was closed when Veronica was vomiting blood. That's why the blood spread unevenly. This door had been closed when Veronica was vomiting blood. Thus,
oh my
God. The room is now in the same condition as it was when that happened. The lower part of the door has numerous scratches on it. What could these scratches be? Huh? Bloodstains? Inside the scratch marks? From looking at the shape and location of these scratches, they are...
The marks left on the inside of the door were caused by scratching.
Yes, these are traces that someone had clawed at the door. On top of that, it was done with such desperation that their own nails cracked and bled.
All right, to the office. Size of the bloodstains, Veronica started this.
These bloodstains are at the entrance to the room. The door was closed when Veronica vomited blood. That, along with the scratches on the inside of the door, there's just one sad conclusion we can reach from all this.
The closed door with the bloody scratches indicate that when Veronica was in her room, she was locked in. Solid evidence.
Yes, Veronica was prevented from leaving here. Writhing in pain and unable to open the door, she lost a lethal amount of blood and died right here. She wasn't kidnapped and killed.
Unable to stand. Probably this.
We can deduce the victim's condition within this room by putting these facts together. Veronica was crawling on the floor. It's likely that this is because of the mysterious disease she was suffering from. It sapped her strength to the point that she was unable to even stand. She had an attack of her disease inside this room. Yes, these seem to be related. According to the charts, the victim's symptoms were migraines, hallucinations, mood swings, vomiting blood, hemoptysis, and perhaps most importantly,
increased aggression.
Yes. Sudden aggressive behavior. That is, she was acting out violently. Her conditions must have worsened severely a month before her death. That is, her violent tendencies would have increased in frequency and severity.
Naomi's so pretty.
In addition to that is the fracture in Veronica's finger. This is the only injury she had while alive. That's a common injury when people hit things with their fists. On the other hand, the parents' injuries seemed like signs of abuse. If I were to consider all these points, those wounds were...
Veronica's fractured finger and her parents' injuries are connected in that Veronica's beat her parents.
Right. The hospital records of both the victim and her parents, they show that Veronica had been physically abusing her parents.
I think that's it. Yep, solved the case.
The dead shall speak. Let's put together the truth of what happened here. A woman's skeleton was found 50 kilometers downriver of the city. The victim's name is Veronica Cage. She was 23 years old. She was suffering from some sort of illness. It caused her severe pain, along with mental instability. When she couldn't go on, she snapped and turned violent. This card shows the truth of that emotional state. The patient had frequently physically assaulted her parents. This same disease finally caused her own death as well. This card shows evidence of that final attack. Yes, there were traces of blood at her room's entrance. During the attack, she writhed in agony about the room. The shattered mirror is evidence of that violent behavior. Eventually, her strength gave out and she collapsed. She used the last of her strength to try to leave the room. However, her one final wish was left unanswered. This card speaks to that sad truth. In her fading consciousness, she tore at the door. But she died there, and the culprits carried her body out. The proof of this is on this card. Exactly. The earring caught on something while she was being carried. She was already dead when the earring was torn from her ear. Most likely, her death surprised the ones responsible. They then cleaned the room to hide any signs she was there. But whoever cleaned the room had poor eyesight. And thus did not see the earring among the mirror shards. The body had to be hidden as well. Their plan was to throw the body off a bridge 8 kilometers away. But they were scared off by a pair of oncoming headlights. This culprit, with a bad back, gave up and fled the scene. Those headlights belonged to the blue truck. The driver could not avoid the body and ran over her. The driver believed he had killed her and dumped the body. Ironically, what he did only completed the culprit's plan. This card has proof that she was already dead when run over. Hiding a corpse is a crime, but the driver wasn't the murderer. The ones responsible are those who locked her away to die. She sought help, not knowing that none would ever come. Her last words are the proof of that desperation. This is the whole truth in how her life was cut short. I don't know what the dead want, but the truth must come out. I'm going to see the ones who cut your life's thread short.
The medical examiner. What brings you here?
Your daughter died in suffering. She struggled, she shouted, and she clawed at her door. She tried to escape so terribly that her own nails tore off. Why didn't you open the door?
There was no choice. We wanted her to be happy. We wanted her to be normal. We never thought this would...
Her death may have been inescapable. But you defiled her death in order to protect yourselves. That can never be forgiven. When death came to you, did you suffer? Soon I will know for myself.
Miss Kimishima, your test results have come back.
I see. Let me ask you up front. How long do I have until my flame goes out?
A year, at best. Maybe 6 months.
I understand. Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Styles.
Dr. Kimishima, the helicopter's here to take you to the lab.
All right. Thank you. Rosalia. What is this? Someone's name?
Dr. Kimishima, are you all right up there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll be right down.
Dun dun dun. We did it! Okay, stop. Listen to the hemorrhoid diagnosis. I'll do that. I don't like his surgeries.
Looks like it worked. But I wonder if it's all right to use a procedure that's so outdated.
That guy's really something. Who is he anyway? Ooh, is
That
he
was a
famous
fine
doctor?
operation, Doctor. Thank you.
How should I know? He does have some amazing skills.
I didn't do anything worth being thanked
He's
over.
got this bad boy feel to him. Oh, and that look he's pulling off. So my type.
I like bad boys who have 250-year prison sentences. Oh, it's her.
Do you like flowers?
Not really.
Aren't they beautiful, though? This one's Asclepias tuberosa. It's a perennial that blooms orange, red, and yellow flowers.
Isn't it also known as milkweed?
Is that so? Hey, aren't you gonna get mad at me?
Get mad? Why?
The sign says this area's off limits, but I'm here anyhow.
Well, I guess. But I haven't seen you do any harm, have I?
Is that how things are?
Hey, don't do that!
What now?
You shouldn't be so careless. The Earth's alive too, you know.
Huh. So now you're gonna get mad at me.
This is different. People can't just do whatever they want. Some things are just plain wrong, and they should be corrected.
Hank, what the hell are you doing? You ready for surgery?
Oh, no. I'll be right there!
Hey, Doc. Why'd you become a doctor? Is it fun saving lives?
Life is wonderful, and I want to pass that on to people.
Wonderful, huh? What a weirdo. Hank! Rick, you have got some nerve showing up late.
Sorry. Let's get started.
Ugh. This operation deals with ependymoma of the spine, but...
Is there a problem?
Yeah, check it out. It's the patient's MRI.
The entire spine is swollen. It's uncommon for an ependymoma.
Right? Well, let's hope there are no complications.
Never hurts to be careful. Let's begin.
Extraction of spinal epidymum. They just said it and I can't figure it out. The imaging suggests that it is different from the standard. Epidymoma?
Let's begin. The objective of this operation is to extract ependymoma, correct?
Ependymoma?
Yeah, we'll be going through the back to get to it. Let's hurry up and start.
You lean forward for this one.
First, we'll excise the vertebral arches. Bring out the laser.
Okay, keep it up. Do the same for the other side, too. Not bad at all.
Excision of the vertebral arches has been completed.
Now making an incision in the dura mater. Scalpel, please.
Alright, let's proceed. Alright, the spinal cord is in view now. It was a little odd. The diagnosis results came back with ependymoma. Let's go as planned and divide the posterior median sulcus to open the spinal.
Oh, that is one damn huge tumor.
At that size, it's impossible to extract all at once. Let's go bit by bit.
Hey, if you screw up here, it could seriously mess up the patient. Be careful to follow the guidelines during the excision.
Excision is complete. Continuing the treatment.
Why did you do it in such terrible shapes? got this. Yeah, because that's a good idea.
Specialist, you know.
Oh, shut up. Don't bother me with details. I'm still wondering about that MRI. Why would something like... Huh? What the... There are black bruises on the spinal cord?
Wait, something's wrong. This... Is it an outbreak of hemangioblastoma?
So this is what was on the MRI. Hey, what are we gonna do?
We'll continue with the extraction. We have to remove all of it. Next, continuing on and detaching the blood vessels.
That's some skills there.
It's going well today.
Okay.
All right, it's been detached. Extract the damn tumor already.
All right, extraction complete.
If the abnormalities on the MRI are from hemangioblastoma, I doubt that's the end of it.
Looks like you're right. Continuing with the treatment.
Oh, no. See a doctor. I am the doctor. This is so not cool.
All right, keep at it.
The blood vessel's detached. Extracting the... All right, extract...
Roll a 3. Nope.
What? The black bruises disappeared?
It seems like it's over.
Yeah, but what the hell was that just now? I've never seen anything like it.
In any case, let's end this operation. I don't want to strain the patient. Let's reinforce the vertebral arches. We'll secure them with rods. First, we insert screws.
All right. Screws. Give me a second. Okay, the screws are ready to go.
We'll insert a total of 8, 4 each on the left and right sides.
Gotcha. Aim for the guideline. Don't put them in too deep, got it?
That's the first one. Continuing with the 2.
They're in correctly. Continue on.
Good. Cautiously continue on.
All right, we're done on this side. Now on to the other one. All right, that's all the screws.
Oh, I gotta hammer this rod in, don't I?
Now we pass the rod through the screws on each side.
Oh, I hate that noise.
Hand me the next rod. This one's for the other side.
Oh, I hate that noise. It's... Oh.
Both rods have been inserted. Now to attach the fixator.
This treatment is rock solid.
Yeah, well done. Let's close up and finish this off.
Okay, we're good. I did it.
Closing the operation field. Hand me the stapler. Alright, let's proceed. Be careful.
Alright, this operation's over with.
Thank you for assisting me. You were very helpful.
I did it! Good surgery. Totally rock solid. Haha. Yeah, like this surgery you get really high scores on.
And it really does take skill to be a specialist.
Yes.
It's not that special. I just take every step carefully and precisely.
Yeah, well, being careful and precise really isn't how I roll, you know?
You should probably do that when you're in the medical field.
Alright, surgery's complete.
Yay!
The
operation was
over.
At one point, I started wondering what would happen.
But I'm glad it ended well. Who knows what could have happened if Dr. Freebird wasn't here.
Yeah, you're right. You did well too, Emma. Good job.
You alright, big guy?
Ooh, I got praised for once.
I've never seen spinal ependymoma like this.
Don't get carried away. There are things that still need to be taken care of.
Well, the surgery went great, so it's fine now, right?
Well, we can't just leave it at that. I'll report it to Gabriel.
Hey there, well done, everyone.
Chief? What are you doing here?
Is it that odd for me to come down here? Oh, by the way, Hank. There's a lady at the entrance here to see you.
Huh?
Me?
I'm being serious. Now hurry up and go see.
Freebird have a girlfriend?
Emma, that's the doctor's private matters. Oh no,
This
it
is
is a
so
bit unexpected.
Scandalous.
If having a girlfriend's not scandalous.
It's you. How are your wounds? You should have come inside.
I hate hospitals. They smell gross. Like medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so? Well, all right. So, what brings you here?
You hungry?
What's this?
Food? I haven't cooked in a while and I made too much.
For me? Oh, I appreciate your kindness.
Dude, It's leftovers. You don't need to be so excited.
That's not true. You still took the effort to give them to me. And that alone is worth being grateful for.
You're weird.
And weird? Why?
My dad used to cheat on my mom, and she cried all the time. So, yeah, I don't trust men. I always end up fighting them. Oh, I am so tired of that cycle. It just keeps repeating.
Is that, well, the reason for your,
My suicide? Yeah. I mean, it would be so much easier.
That's ridiculous.
Huh?
I said, that's ridiculous. Look at how blue the sky is, and how green the grass is. The world's a wonderful enough place as it is.
Not really. People exist.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh well. That may be what's good about you after all.
Is that so?
I'll come again. See you, Doc.
Hey, Hank. Huh? So you're the one who takes care of the flowers? Well, I'll be.
Okay, so I have a while before I can play against him. I think next is diagnostics case. Yep. Okay, but those boosts can take up to an hour, and I kind of want to eat pizza. So I think, unfortunately, this game does take a while because, as I said, the diagnostics and forensics cases are very long. They're so much fun. I love them. So I hope you all have been enjoying this as much as I have been, because I'm definitely going to be streaming this more. Maybe not 2 to 3 times a day, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will be back with more... This is Trauma Team. I will be back with more Trauma Team in the future. Thanks for watching.